grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavy's Atlantic Ocean. Surf, 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 baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Yeah, yeah. Twerk, baby. For certain, she moving so perfect. Surf, baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Twerk, baby. I'm loving the way that you surf it.
All my niggas, they gangbang, and all these niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm throwing a monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know. It's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me. In this Wavy's world, salute to all the surfers for getting on that surfboard and pulling up. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, so I haven't done a news segment in a while. Nah, man, I haven't done anything about the war. Anything news related, I haven't really done. Cause you know, I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of y'all don't really be appreciating them type of videos. But I have to start bringing them back because for the ones that do care, you know what I mean? I need to inform y'all about certain things. So what better way to break back into the news world than to talk about this situation that happened out there in New Orleans? First, I want to give my condolences to all the people that lost their lives because of this idiot. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely give my condolences because y'all was out there for the Sugar Bowl football game / New Year's event, you know, having a good old time. And this buffoon decided he want to go run people over and everything on the behalf of ISIS. But I'm going to go ahead and run these clips, you know, just to catch people all the way up for those that might not be caught up. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go.
In New Orleans, a memorial of flowers and candles continues to grow at this hour on Bourbon Street, where an Army veteran from Texas mowed down a crowd, killing 14 people. The FBI says he was inspired by ISIS but acted alone, and now law enforcement says it's concerned over copycat attacks. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
As the FBI combs through hundreds of hours of surveillance video and hundreds of tips, federal authorities now warning law enforcement agencies across the country to be on alert for copycat attacks. It comes as dramatic video shows people scrambling to safety as a white F-150 truck raced down Bourbon Street New Year's Day. One person just barely getting out of the way. Robert Neville works in the area. He described the scene as terrifying.
We watched the people actually flip in the air like it's crazy. Like, as we seen the incident happen, we all try to rush out to aid the people.
The FBI revealing a new detailed timeline, saying Shamsud-Din Jabbar drove that rented truck from Houston to New Orleans on December 31st, posting multiple videos to Facebook, claiming he joined and pledged allegiance to ISIS. Despite earlier fears the 42-year-old may have had accomplices, the FBI now saying he was likely a lone wolf. At 2:03 a.m., he's seen near Bourbon Street, the FBI saying he planted explosives in 2 coolers with a remote detonator. By 3:15 a.m., surveillance video showing him taking a right turn, then barreling down Bourbon Street.
The people that got hit by this car.
And now we're learning more about the victims who lost their lives. Kareem Badawi, a freshman and fraternity member at the University of Alabama.
Fun-loving guy. He was a positive guy and well-liked.
And 26-year-old Drew Dauphin, celebrating the new year with his younger brother Matthew.
Everybody that knows Drew and knows Matthew, they were one. They were best friends.
According to a 2019 security assessment, the city of New Orleans was warned that broken blockades made Bourbon Street vulnerable to a vehicle ramming incident.
Federal agents now say the native Texan and Army veteran acted alone and that he was 100% inspired by ISIS. His brother is stunned, and while he didn't want to have his face shown, he just spoke with ABC News.
This type of extremism and radicalization, I didn't know anything about any of this.
Sources tell ABC FBI agents executed a warrant in North Houston today and discovered bomb-making materials inside Jabbar's home. And tonight, we're able to see some of the faces of the 14 people who were killed. President Biden announced that he will try to visit New Orleans in the coming days or weeks. Senior investigative reporter Tanya Iser is live on Bourbon Street to give us a sense of what's happening right now.
Bourbon Street in New Orleans, the ATF and FBI searched a house rented by Jabbar. A neighbor's Ring video shows Jabbar taking something out of the truck in the hours prior to the attack. Authorities are investigating a fire that broke out there not long after Jabbar's death.
They had just put it out when I got home.
Anna Koenig lives across the street.
About 2 hours later, they were beating on my door and telling us we had to leave immediately.
She says authorities evacuated the block for about 8 hours before letting neighbors return.
It's been an ordeal, but I mean, again, though, also I'm lucky. I'm alive. A lot of people aren't. You know, my family is alive in here, and a lot of people aren't.
Well, also Thursday, the FBI said that they had recovered 2 laptops from that house on Mandeville. They also said that they had seized three cell phones connected to Jabbar, and they're continuing to examine those items. And tomorrow I'll be back on Daybreak to discuss the latest developments. Back to you.
New information. I'm Susan Rocha.
And I'm Kurt Sprang. That breaking news is new information from the FBI and coroner's office.
It's about the terrorist attack, of course. The FBI says it has finished recovering evidence on Bourbon and at the short-term rental on Mandeville Street where the suspect had stayed. Investigators also say he had a transmitter in the truck he was driving, intending to set off the explosive devices he had placed on Bourbon Street.
The coroner says all 14 of the victims who were killed died from blunt force trauma, and only one of those victims has yet to be identified.
First I want to say, this dude is not a representation of what the U.S. military is all about, because the fact that I heard of him being a veteran on top of the shenanigans that he was out here doing is like, bro, like, you making us look bad. You making all the vets look bad, homie. So you should never been even able to wear that uniform. But guess what? You can't blame the military. Nobody know you was a psycho on the low. You know what I mean? That you out here working with the opposition. You know what I'm saying? So this dude right here, you know, he decided to rent a pickup truck and take his behind to New Orleans and do the things he had did. Now, this could have been worse because they found IEDs inside these coolers and he didn't get a chance to detonate them. Thankfully, because we could have been talking about more bodies than I believe it's 14 so far. One of those being unidentified. They don't know who that person is as of yet, but it could have been way worse, right? So I also know there was another situation that took place out there in Vegas, which was a guy that was in the military also, and he had detonated his Cybertruck in front of Trump's hotel or something like that, but the Cybertruck was a rental too. In the beginning, a lot of people was putting them two together. It was word that they was both from the same, had served in the same post and all of this information, right? But they have yet to tie them together. All right, so we're not going to speak too much on the Las Vegas situation. I just brought it up in case anybody else was just wondering. But this guy, for sure has ties to ISIS. You know what I mean? They found evidence and everything. And I'm sure more and more information is going to circulate. So all I really got to say, because it ain't too much to say, because the clip basically explained everything. I just want to tell all the people that do watch this, be very vigilant out here. Because like they said, they're worried about copycats. And ISIS, the way ISIS operates, for those that don't know, they are very social media heavy. So right now, it could be anybody from your grandparent to your kids, you know what I mean, to your friend that could have something to do with the next possible attack from ISIS, because that's their number one source of recruiting is through social media. That's why they have so many ISIS members all over the country. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody and their mama have to be on social media. You know what I'm saying? So be very vigilant. Anything strange, you know what I'm saying? Be on point about it. You know what I'm saying? Be on point about it. Now, I'm never the person to talk about calling up police and all that type of stuff, but this one among I have to make an exception. And if anybody feels some type of way, you already know what you could do. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and eat that dizzy. But in this situation, you're dealing with terrorist groups and all that. Don't try to be no superhero. You know what I mean? Hit up the authorities, let them handle that. You know what I'm saying? Let them handle that. All right. So outside of that, there's no other incident that we know of as of yet that has anything to do with ISIS. You know what I'm saying? They just fear things happening. So, you know, we're just going to keep our ears open and our eyes open. And like I said, just continue to be vigilant. Watch anything that look crazy. All right. Now, on the flip side of that, I don't mean go out here and start taking it out on Islamic people and all that. Like every person that has a Islamic tie is on that. You know what I mean? We ain't going to do all of that. It's just that a lot of times they do be Islamic. You know what I mean? Or Muslim, whatever the case may be. You know, and that's usually who end up doing these radical actions. So I just wanted to report on that, you know, like I said, drop them update clips, you feel me? And hopefully, you know, for the people that see this, hopefully y'all appreciate this, all right? Because there's going to be more news material coming. I mean, I'm not doing anything with the news. It's not for the views, you feel me? Just to inform those that want to be informed. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So stay tuned, you know, I'm going to stay tuned, and you already know. It's ATN Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me. If you rocking with it, you liking it, hit that like. Now, man, you got something to say about this situation, go downstairs and hit that comment section. And if you don't already have a mother effing surfboard, why not grab you one? You know what I mean? It's nice and shiny waiting for you. You know what I mean? And hit that subscription. And, you know, I'll be back to continue that mission. Look both ways before y'all cross that street, man, because you might get hit. No pun intended. You already